Thanks, guys, for coming. I'm Nico. I do developer relations and partnerships with Streamr. I also do I also do business development. And today we're going to talk about Streamr and how you can power AI solutions with real-time data. Who here has heard of Streamr before? Okay, awesome. That is not a lot. That's perfect. So I don't waste time on explaining what Streamr is. I'm going to start with explaining what it is, and then just kind of dive into how you can use real-time data with AI and how Streamr can be used for that. I'm going to show you guys some code. Who here is technical? Are you guys? Yeah. Okay. Seems like a few are. And then I'm going to show you guys some use cases, just in general, like what you can do with real-time data and AI, and then just some resources. Okay, so what is Streamr? Streamr is a real-time data transport protocol. So think getting data from one place to another place in a decentralized manner. So you don't have like a centralized server such as AWS that propagates the data. It's all peer-to-peer. It is a topic-based publish-subscribe system. Who here has heard or knows what a publish-subscribe system is? Nice, okay, that's a few people. So for the people that don't know what it is, it's essentially you have a publisher that is publishing data, right? I mean, they're sending data to a stream, and then you have a subscriber that is listening to this stream. And when I say sending or publishing data, I mean like in real time, right? There's data coming up all the time, and then someone subscribing to this data, reading the data, and doing something with it, processing it. We're also a fully decentralized P2P network. I mentioned this before, P2P network. I'm going to explain this a bit more in a minute. But basically, you have no service, you have no single points of failure, and there's no trust required. Right, so here you can see a centralized and a decentralized version of this publish-subscribe system, right? On the left side, you've got the centralized version with AWS. So you have this single point of failure. You have these weather stations down there that are publishing JSON data, weather data, and then AWS is kind of propagating this data to the subscriber, which is like this little cube on the right. Listening to this data, processing it, doing some calculations. Maybe it's a dashboard, could be anything, right? And on the right side, on the right side, there is a decentralized P2P, which is Streamr. And here you can see there's no AWS. They're all like kind of interconnected with each other. It's like a mesh network, and they're all talking to each other, right? So there's kind of avoidance of this AWS central instance. And the great thing about this is you don't have a single point of failure, right? So you've got these weather stations, they're all publishing, and you've got this cube, which is maybe a subscriber, a dashboard, an AI, that is listening to this data and processing with this data. And this scales very well with Streamr. So the more nodes join this network, the stronger the network gets, right? While if you have like a centralized instance, you need to think about like load balancing and all of that. Right, so streams and topics. This is, again, I just want to nail this down, what publish-subscribe system means for the people that don't know what it is. For the people that know what it is, we say stream to topic. It's just a change of terminology. And for the people that don't know what it is, again, we have these publishers, as you can see here. Maybe there are more people over there. So you can see the publishers. You have the weather stations. They publish the data. And then the application, which could be an AI, which could be a dashboard, whatever, is subscribing to this data in real time, right? So, and this is all happening like maybe every second, or like the weather station is publishing the data every second, and the application is getting it immediately, right? So, an example. You have... you guys know what a request response pattern is, right? Where you send a request to a database, and you get a response back, okay, this is like the new data. And the difference here is that you don't have this request response pattern. You just listen, you subscribe to the stream all the time. So you get like in real time, you get the messages. Well, like imagine you have to request a database for your WhatsApp messages all the time. Like, is there a new message? Is there a new message? That would be terrible, right? So you kind of listen to the stream all the time. I hope that's clear now. Okay. Here we have a snapshot of a stream. So each stream, like for example, weather data stream, is its own topology. Topology is just a fancy word for node constellation, like how the nodes are connected with each other. And in the Streamr network, let's assume this would be a group chat. I think this is a very easy example, with 30 people or participants in the network. And each group chat member is one node, right? So you have like 4 participants, 4 neighbor nodes that you connected with in this peer-to-peer network, right? So you send, whenever you send a WhatsApp message, you send them to all of your 4 peers, and then those 4 peers propagate the message across the network to their 4 peers, right? So and that's like a chain, and that way everyone gets the message in real time, or almost real time. There's some typical data patterns in DePIN that we support. There's the up one, where you have many-to-one. So many devices share their data, and then one instance is subscribing to them. You have many-to-many, right? So let's say you have an autonomous driving use case where you have a bunch of cars that publish their data, like a car coming from this side, and then there's another car coming from this side, and they share their location data, so the cars know when to stop. And broadcast as well, one-to-many. Right. And now let's get into some cool stuff. Let's see how this works with artificial intelligence. I think we've all heard of ChatGPT, right? I mean, this is kind of not new anymore. So here we have this weather stream again, right? And what happens here is there's an AI listening to this weather data stream, and it's aggregating this data, calculating some averages, and then just printing out or generating a weather report. Super easy. And a super simple example. Obviously, you can do much more about this later. How would this work with Streamr? Is, again, we go back to the weather station example. We have a publisher. We have this weather station that is publishing every second, let's say. As you can see here, there's an interval that publishes a data point every second. And then you have this awaits streamer.publish. Streamer, this object over here, is essentially from a JavaScript-based node package. And you see also here this weather stream ID. So this weather stream ID is the specific ID for this specific topology that I showed earlier, right? Like this topology over here, right? We know exactly, okay, I'm going to publish a message to this topology or another one, right? And there you go, and then you send the data. So you send every second, there's data coming in, right? And then you have this AI server that is then listening to this data to the exact same weather stream ID. You can see this in the top line, streamer.subscribe to the same ID, and it then is aggregating this data. So you can see here there's like a callback function message, so every second this function is basically getting called, and it's getting aggregated, some averages are getting computed, and basically then it generates the weather report after those 60 data points. And this is basically how this could work in code. I don't need to show you guys the prompt. I think this is all clear. And again, there's the result. So this is all cool, but are there any other use cases than ChatGPT? Yes, there are, of course. Really, really cool use cases. So of course, with real-time data, there is improved decision-making, right? So financial trading, autonomous driving are basically use cases for this. Financial trading, like imagine you listen to the current Bitcoin price or like the current Ethereum price, really nice prices at the moment, and then an AI is taking this data in, and maybe there's a trading bot making trades based on this. We actually had a hackathon project that did that with the Binance market data. Enhanced predictive analysis, weather forecasting, adaptive learning. Like imagine you have a model that is constantly getting refined because you're listening to this real-time data and it's taking it in and it's training based on this data. Operational efficiency, improvements in logistics and manufacturing processes, anomaly detection, using fraud detection or cybersecurity, improved customer interactions, back to the group chat, for example. You have an AI that's listening to this group chat or Discord channel, Telegram, whatever, and then can help you with whatever problem you have. And then health monitoring is also a really cool project. There are lots of DePIN projects that, or data unions actually, that have this real-time data where you share your health data in real time. Now, if we like do this and it's all ethically available and everything, you can use that for AI, right? You have some hospital listening to it, or like whatever you can think of, and making decisions, telling you, hey, like maybe you have a problem with your heart, go see the doctor, stuff like that, right? And then one last thing I just want to show you guys. I'm not sure how much time I've got left, but I don't think I have a lot. Is our marketplace. Who here has heard of the project Demo? It's a big DePIN project. Nice. To the people that haven't, it's basically a project that is sharing that is enabling you to share your car data and earn tokens by doing so. And Demo happens to use Streamr, and they also, and cars have like a lot of data, so it's not just the weather data that you can see here in this project, but they're sharing this weather data from all the cars that are using Demo, and you can like use this data for dashboards and other things. Down here we have also Binance market data, so you can subscribe to this data, build an AI with that, and so forth. Okay, some resources. Time, all good, okay. Some resources. If you want to join our Discord server, please do so. We have another AI blog article written by our head of ecosystem. Really, really cool blog article. I highly recommend to check it out. And of course, the documentation. And if you want to talk to us, we're here like the whole day, basically. And happy to talk to you guys, answer questions if there are any, if you want to talk about partnerships, if you want to build with us, or just to chat. Yeah, I'm going to be like around the area back there. And yeah, this is it. Thank you, guys.
Excellent. Big round of applause for Nico, please. Thank you.
Thanks for having me as well.